Hey guys, Majeffries here, and welcome back to the Majeffries Space Program on Kerbal Space Program. Now I got the space plane to work. I'm really happy. We did that last time. I realised if all I had to do was press the T key and suddenly things start working. I've been looking in the R&D facility and there are some things we could still use. Things like this, the crew cabin, the strut connector, the structural fuselage, the brand decoupler, the brand adapter, the launch stability enhancer, that sort of thing, or battery packs, the Stay Putnik, which is always good, the antenna, radiator panels, small and large, experiment storage unit, the Science Junior, and I think this is the one that I'm actually going to get. So I was saving up for the extra aerodynamics, but I don't really need those now because we've got I've got a grip on how to actually fly planes. So I think the next thing we're going to look for is the fuel system, so we can look at transferring fuel and doing asparagus staging. Propulsion I'm not too bothered about. You know, we've got these small engines and small space probe type tanks. It's not too bad. And then we've got the rocketry, the skipper, the poodle, and the kickback. That is a very powerful engine, so I'm looking forward to getting that. The ones I'm really looking forward to are things like the advanced fuel system. And then of course, I don't know why that has to come last, the Rapier engine. High performance fuel system, very heavy rocketry, so the Vector, the Rhino, and the Mammoth. Now the Mammoth is a big one, look at that. 3,700 kilonewtons of thrust, with a max thrust of 4,000. Big. Big, big, big. I would also like, at some point, I'm just looking at what this stuff is, because I think some of this stuff is new. Yeah, I would at some point like to get some solar panels. I'm trying to find where they would be. Probably here. Yes, solar panels. Photovoltaic panels is basically what a solar panel is. And some more batteries. So this is the one we want next. In order to get that, we're going to have electrics, which does itself come with some photovoltaic panels. And some more batteries and some lights. So we have battery packs on here now. So we can actually add some batteries. I just want to go in mission control and pick up this contract here. And also, is it this one? I just want to check very quickly. Whoops, clicked on the wrong thing. I just want to check very quickly what engine we have on our orbiter. Let's have a quick. What am I looking for? Nope. Science? Yes, that's what I'm looking for. This thing. We're going to attach one of these to our ship as well. Let's see. Let's take all this off for a second. Put the Science Junior underneath and attach all that back up again. So this, you see there's a whole science bay inside it. We're going to conduct some experiments and try and gather some more science. But I want to see what this engine is. Is it the skipper? This is the swivel. We do have the skipper somewhere. Is it in there? No, that's a fuel tank. Where's the skipper? Is it in here? No, that's also a swivel. Which one's the skipper? Reliant, swivel, Terrier, Thud. Do I not have the skipper? Did I misread that? I might have misread it. Mission control. No, it definitely says skipper. Huh. Right. So these guys want to go suborbital spaceflight on Kerbin, orbit around Kerbin. Orbit around Kerbin, suborbital. So we'll accept that as well. So we should have 2 lots of tourists. So we've got Brian and Anlot, and we've got Hengen and Meldon. So we're going to have to add some more to our little ship here. Because we do actually have to bring these people back alive, believe it or not. I'm now starting to think, did I not get the right... I don't think I got the right thing. No, I think I've messed up slightly here, accepting those contracts. Yes, I think I might have messed up slightly. We will have to come back for those guys. The radiator panels... don't think I need to worry too much about, but I will put some... nope. Around the science bay. Something like that. Just open the doors again, make sure that they are set. Yep, good. Close the doors again. So I think this ship is actually ready to fly. And we're going to try and get into orbit again. The heat shields we're not too worried about. Ground stuff we're not too worried about. Aerodynamics, no. Payloads. Just want to check the crew. Yeah, they're the tourists, so we're going to have to add them in at some stage. What did I need to get? The part that they can actually sit in. It's this one, so I need another 45. What's the capacity of this? 2. Okay, so I could use 2 of them. And a single ship, maybe? Let's just launch this for now. Launch this up with good old Jeb. Can't support vessels over 30 parts. How many parts is this? 33. Okay. Let's get rid of the radiator panels then. That takes us down to 31. There's absolutely no point in having these, is there? At the moment, our rockets are not reusable. So we might as well just get rid of them. This here, there should still be a heat shield in there. Yep. Good. And then we've got the science bay. And we've got all this stuff. Okay, let's very quickly, because I've got 5 pieces left. So let's add in... what goes in here? Okay. So I think there's stuff in there, maybe? I've absolutely no idea what goes in there, because I can't get into it. It might just be a storage area. I'm going to stick some experiments on the outside of it, so whilst we're in orbit we can do some experiments. Should be able to pick up a little bit more data as well. Pop that in a separate thing. Just check the staging on this again, make sure it's all still good. So the 2 boosters, they detach, main engine fires, that detaches, secondary engine fires, that detaches, third engine fires, and then we decouple, and then we open the parachute. Perfect. Now, as we know, this could go to the moon, but right now we're just going to adapt it for lots of different flights. We'll have a tourist version, we'll have a science version. This is kind of the science version. I'm going to launch in 3, 2, 1. And we're going to stick Jeb on prograde. I'm glad that I've got him up to star 1. That helps out a little bit. Although we seem to be leaning the wrong way right now. Are we leaning the wrong way? Oh no, we're leaning the right way. That just doesn't look right. Weird. Right, solid fuel is nearly done. We'll then open the liquid fuel taps. Any second now. Off those solid boosters go, and they're going to jettison down into the ocean by the looks of things, so that's pretty cool. If I was to hook this on and switch the lights on, would the electric charge start going down? Doesn't look like it. It's pretty cool, I suppose. Right, our orbit's a bit of a funny shape at the moment. But we are still following the prograde. Jeb is still doing his good job of piloting. Yeah, he's actually doing a very good job there. So we're going to achieve a big orbit. I don't think we actually needed this much fuel to get into orbit now. So I might try and reach the moon. I will try in this episode and see if we make it. Oh, we had a little bit of a kickback there. He's doing a very good job, actually. Very good job. Plenty of fuel conservation. He's having a great time in here, look. Can we see him? No, not quite. He's having a great time in here. I forgot how you get out of this now. Is it V? Yeah. Starting to circularize. Nearly run out of fuel here, so get ready to jettison. Not sure if that fired when it was supposed to. Right, open this up a little bit more. Start slowing down. We'll move into full orbit mode now. Whoops. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Turn. Stop. 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 Jeb's fighting me, that's why. Okay, and fire. Have I run out of fuel? Oh dear. Okay, maybe we won't get an orbit today. We're certainly not going to get to the moon. Come on, come on, come on. Give me a periapsis. Give me a periapsis. I need to go prograde again. Okie dokie. I think that'll do. I think that'll do. Let's see if we can get some science then, shall we? So let's do the mystery goo first. Perfect. So what does this do? Can collect all. Okay. We'll do some pressure. Good. We'll do some temperature. Good. And we'll observe the materials bay. Fantastic. Look at all that science. And then we'll collect all in there. Observation while in space near Kerbal. Wait, that had an error message, didn't it? So there's loads of science we've now got inside this. Which I think means we can log the pressure again. Yeah. I think that works. Collect all. Not all items could be stored. Log temperature, could do that again. Crew report. No, can't do a crew report. Am I able to do an EVA now? No, I need to upgrade the astronaut complex. Okay. And I can't do this one because it's already been done. Okay, so fairly successful. We'll complete a full orbit. Let's go prograde a little bit longer, just to increase our periapsis a bit more. Mind you, our apoapsis is massive now. We have a very elliptical orbit. That's not too much of a problem though, is it? I don't think so. Let's see, I think 50,000 we should just about be above the atmosphere still. We're starting to burn up a little bit. And that is pulling our apoapsis down a bit as well. So long as we... Yeah, we're starting to pull away again now. So that should be fine. Don't think we can plan maneuvers still, which is slightly annoying. Whoops. What have I done? I did something. Don't know what I've done. Let's go retrograde. And once we reach the peri the second time, we'll start burning to land. And that'll probably be it for today's episode. We keep doing the same thing over and over, I understand that. And I can get why that's not the most exciting thing for us to be doing. But it's all we really can do at the moment until we get some more science, which this will give us a ton of science, by the way. And Jeb might even get some more XP as well. What's he got at the moment? Stability assist, prograde, retrograde, hold, full vessel control without comnet access. Log orbit around Kerbal equals 2. So he's done 2 orbits now. But we're still 2. You don't want to burn at the apoapsis, you really want to burn at the peri. Actually, do you want to burn the apo? We might burn at the apo. But I can't plan any maneuvers. We're 16 minutes away. What have I done? "16 minutes away from the apoapsis. I could just burn now, but I don't think that's going to do us any good either. We need to get our periapsis low enough that the atmosphere will catch us and sort of pull us back in to Kerbal. Oh, come on, I must be able to time warp faster than this. There we go. We should still be locked to retrograde, so I don't know what's going on here. That's it. Stay locked to retro. Right, we're approaching the apoapsis, so I'm going to start burning now. Use up the rest of our fuel. There you are. We're coming in quite vertically now. Last time we came in relatively horizontal. Now we're coming in vertical. Let's do a bit more time warping. Okay. Good old Jeb is going to be locked to retrograde. Any second now I'm going to jettison that engine. Heat shield will be activated now. Turn off stability assist, because we're going to be coming in through the atmosphere. There we go. Actually no, turn that back on. Just locked up. Retro. What blew up? Science Junior blew up. Okay. Come on, survive. Survive. That is very, very close. Please don't blow up. Please don't blow up. Please don't blow up. Oh god, that's close. Oh, it's starting to come down again. Oh man. Why? I don't know why the science bay blew up. Well, it's a good thing we kept everything locked in here then, isn't it? I think we might have lost... Did we lose the barometer? No, I don't think we lost the barometer. It's like barometer. Barometer. Looks like we're landing in night again, though. In darkness. Get ready to open the parachute soon. It says it's safe to deploy. We'll wait till about 10,000. We'll stay locked on retrograde until the parachute is open. You can see he's making little adjustments. Good old Jeb. Is he waving at us or something? Looks like he's waving at us. But he's making little adjustments just so we're coming in vertically. I'm going to turn him off now. I'm going to open the chute. The heat shield should fall away from us soon. It's a shame that the science bay couldn't stay with us, but I had a feeling something would still go wrong on this mission. I'm glad it was something as simple as that, though. It could have been a heck of a lot worse. We so very nearly lost Jebediah. Mystery goo, test something, and duct tape. Not really sure what that's all about. This is a very, very rich experiment that we've done here. It's just a shame we couldn't do the EVA. Right, parachute is open. There goes the heat shield. That's gone. It's going to splash into the water. We're probably going to splash right on top of it, thinking about it. Come on, increase the speed. Hopefully this means we can I keep going to say download. That's where the way my mind seems to work at the moment. Hopefully that means we can unlock some more cool stuff now in the R&D with the amount of science we're bringing back from this experiment. God, that shocked me then. That's quite loud, that splash. I really should turn the game sounds down. Game volume. Right. We should have unlocked a ton of science from that. Let's find out just how much. We've got 70 science in total now. That's a pretty good going, actually. So the atmospheric pressure scan, temperature scan, mystery goo, materials study, pretty much everything times 2, and the recovery of the vessel. That didn't get us any science. In fact, some of this stuff didn't get us any science either. But this stuff here, 25, 10, 8, and 12. A lot of science. Got a lot of money back as well. Jeb, no XP gain. That's a shame. Can I unlock now this one? Get those tourists up into space. Right, so we've done the science one. We're now going to replace the science with... Just take all this. Right, take that off. Get rid of all of that rubbish. Stick you on. Take you... Oh, wait. Take you off. Take you off. Get rid of that rubbish. What does it come under? Structural? No? Pods? No. Utility? Utility. There we go. Stick that on. Right, now I think at this point we are going to need landing gear as well. There. Let's do it like this. And then fold them all away. Start retracted. There we go. Apart from that, I think we are good to go. Make sure the heat shield is still on. It is. I don't want that burning up again and us losing our passengers. Okay, apart from that, I don't think there's any other engines we need. In fact, what engine is this? You're the swivel. You're the Reliant. Reliant does use more thrust. We'll probably come back to that sometime. Right, crew. Let's upgrade. Let's remind ourselves actually. Hengin and Meldon. You're going to go up first. So let's call this orbiter 1.5-T for tourist. And we'll launch it. I just realised something actually. Before we do this, let's revert to the assembly again. Because I've unlocked some more stuff, haven't I? So stability, structural. We've got some strut connectors, which are always handy. So let's connect that like that. And we'll do the same thing at the bottom here. Like so. And what that means then is I can attach that. So what's going to happen now is the solid boosters will fire and then these will detach and then we'll take off. Okie dokie. This is for when we land. Hopefully that means it'll work. I really hope it works. Yeah, I'm a bit sort of stuck with that idea. Maybe in the future I'll put some wings on and see if they'll work. Oh, some engines like that. They're quite big though. I could do with some smaller versions of that. Maybe some more parachutes would be handy for extra slowdown. I don't know. I think I'm overkilling it there. Communication, we've got the high gain antenna. It's not really going to come in useful right now. The battery packs will though. At some point in the future. The radiator panels as well. That would be very handy to have on this. Problem now is though we've gone over the limit quite a way. 35. So I'm going to have to take some stuff off again. I really don't want to take these landers off, these legs off. I have to take one of these off. Right, let's take those off. And I'll take this off. That takes us down to 31. Put this as 3 instead of 4. Like that. And that's still one too many. I suppose we could just launch it like this. Let's launch it like this and see how well we do. Let's see how well this does. So the idea, once again, stability, lock to prograde. Can we not do that? Or is it because we're on the ground still? It's probably because we're on the ground still. Right, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's because we were on the ground still. Lock to prograde. Our tourists, let's go see what they can see. Oh wow, they are actually sat right opposite each other. That is such a cool view out the window. They have got the best seats. Right, C gets that out. Let's just check our launch status. Keep this open. Jettison the solid rocket. Launch the second engine. I'll keep an eye on the apoapsis now. It's my job to know when to throttle down. We are burning through the fuel like you wouldn't believe right now. Definitely going to have to keep an eye on that too. they want a suborbital spaceflight on Kerbin, and then an orbit around Kerbin. So I might have to put them in the space plane as well to get the second part of the contract. But the first part should be fairly easy. Depends how much fuel we get through, I suppose. Just keeping a close eye on this. We're going into a very strange orbit, as you can see. Not quite sure why Jebediah has chosen to fly this way. Oh, now we're changing. Something changed there. Maybe just the camera angle changed. Right, that's 50 now. Coming up to 60. Just ready to jettison the next stage. There we go. I'm going to throttle down. I'll throttle up a little bit. Don't want to burn too much fuel right now. I'll try and save this fuel because we've got a bigger payload now. This is quite heavy, I imagine. We'll switch their lights on, we'll switch our lights on, since we're mostly flying in the dark. Right, apoapsis of 87,000. That's pretty good, I would say. Our orbit speed is rising. Let's warp towards our apo. Alright, we're a minute away. Getting closer. Here we go. Circularize. And that's us run out of fuel for that module. There you go. We have an orbit. So they've done the suborbital space flight. We do still need to bring them back safely. So let's lock Jeb to retro. We just have to do the same flight again with Anlot and Brian on board. So I think I'll do that in this episode as well, just do the same flight again. And hope they survive, because we've got to get Hengen and Meldon back alive here. Right. Lock to retro as we hit the Perry. And we're going to burn. Let's burn now. Let's try and aim for land, shall we? Somewhere up there should be good. Right, got to keep locked to retrograde. How much fuel have we got left? We've got quite a lot of fuel still, actually. See if I can make it a lot more vertical. So I'm trying to aim for this bit of land here, maybe. So what was that, Apo? 80 something. This is where MechJeb would be really cool, because you can actually choose your landing spot and it'll land you right on the money. Okay. Still good to land there, good. I'm going to get ready to jettison this engine because we don't want it to blow up on us. Probably going to shut down the engine before I set her off. Okay, ready to jettison now. Now it's just us and the heat shield. That's all that's keeping us alive. Here we go. Starting to enter the atmosphere. Come on. Survive. Survive. It's always touch and go with these. I would not want to be in this situation. They're looking like they're having fun though, which is a good thing. Have I missed? Oh. We've lost all our landing gear. Okay, new problem. We have no landing gear. We're now going to have to hope we land upright. Some other stuff's just blown up. Come on, we must be nearly through this. There we are. Come on, Jeb, lock to retro. We are going to land on land. Jettison the heat shield. Open the parachute. And just hope that we've got enough slowdown that we can land this safely. That's annoying about the landing gear. I'd have hoped they'd have survived coming back through. But then I'm not full on my knowledge of that. Heat shield's still stuck to us. Time warp for a second until our parachute opens. Alright, parachute opens, heat shield will drop, probably explode on impact. Yep, because, you know, that's what heat shields do apparently. They're full of explosives. We just have to hope now that this lands upright. It is a big flat space, but we are coming into what looks like a bit of a slope. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. I'm recovering now. I am not hanging about there. Alright, so that should count as one completed mission. We got some science for that too. That's pretty cool. Parts, yep, and the crew. Somehow they advanced for they gained 2 XP. They're now advanced to level 1, but they're tourists, so I'm not quite sure what that's all about. I'll check the contract list in here as we yep, good. Let's get our next crew members ready. So now we've got Anlot and Brian going up for the second launch. Same deal. We're going to lock this. We're basically going to do the same flight again. So I'm going to round the episode up here, and then you can watch me do the flight without me having to commentate on it. So, once again, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't... no, let's try that again. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course, if you're enjoying the series. Drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon, and enjoy the flight.